unfortunately, it seems like every time there's an anniversary show for the WWE, you never get the invite. And so it's very awkward to me when I'm like, you bring back this person, but not Ken Shamrock? Like, is there a reason you believe why you're not brought back? Because fans today who don't know the history would be like, oh my God, I got to watch this guy.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's something, I don't know what it is. Yeah, but maybe it's I was only there for 3 years, or a little less than 3 years. So, but I've been wrestling long before that, before I became a fighter. I put, 3 years in before that, and then became a fighter. So, I don't know. Like I said, it's not really my place, to try to figure out what other people are thinking. But there's also there's the last probably 10 years, there's been an earthquake in WWE.
True.
I mean, like, there's been a lot of things going on behind the scenes that fans don't see, that I'm able to hear through the grapevine, that have been always unsettling. So you don't know who's doing what over there. Now I believe that there's some actual organization starting to happen, and an actual business starting to be rebuilt. So, we'll see what happens in the next couple of years. But again, those are things that, like, I had a career in fighting. I've been inducted into 3 different Hall of Fames, 1 in MMA, 2 in wrestling. And I'm appreciative, I'm very, very grateful, what I have done. And I don't look at it like where I need other people to pat me on the back for what I've done. I know what I've done, and I know the level that I've done it at. And for me, and my family and the people around me and the fans, when I talking to them all the time. So for me, that's there already. I mean, obviously being in the Hall of Fame and WWF is something that would be definitely cherry on top, but it's not going to define me. It's not going to really do anything to diminish what I've done. So for me, it's not a call that I can make. That's up to somebody else and what they think that value is.
Because beforehand, they brought back so many people for like one-offs here and there. But I feel like during the Attitude Era that you were part of, that's such a monumental moment for a lot of fans. Even today's world, everyone keeps saying this new era of the WWE, did it surpass Attitude Era? So they're still comparing billions of dollars of deals to the time that you were on top of the world. So I'm just saying, like, in my brain, because there was a rumor that you signed a WWE Legends contract. Is that true?
Well, I've been on one. It's weird that came up.
So you have shirts, and things like that. But like coming back face to face on television, So how long has your Legends contract been going on then?
Oh, I couldn't tell. It's been a while. I don't remember when I signed it, but it's been a while. I mean, yeah. So I've been a part of that, and it's weird, man. It's like I've done so much in the MMA world and in the wrestling world, and even at the time, pretty much kind of connected the two. With me being the first one to do that in MMA, because I was a wrestler first. And then I went back into wrestling after, accomplishing being the first super fight champion, which is now what they call single fights, which they didn't have back then, which I started, and won the first title doing that. So, I know where I'm at, and I know what I've done in the realm of the Hall of Fame status. Mm-hmm. And I was acknowledged as the first one in the mixed martial arts along with Hoist. And then, of course, in the Wrestling Hall of Fame, Impact Hall of Fame Wrestling, except for WWF. And again, like I go back to that. It's like, listen, that doesn't define, what I've done. This is just people appreciating the accomplishments and the things that I've done in pro wrestling. If that doesn't happen, which, if it does, it'd be a little disappointing, but it's not gonna diminish my feeling and the things that I have done in the sport and being proud of what I've done. That's not going to, crush and diminish everything and the accomplishments that I've had.
Of course. It's more of being a selfish fan of myself being like, I want Ken on Monday Night Raw slamming someone down and then ankle locking the crap out of, Cody Rhodes or someone. And that's what maybe I'm being selfish. Maybe I'm being selfish because
again, like I said, I think it's great to have fans that think I should be in there. That's awesome. But again, man, that's completely out of my control, man. But I just say, just appreciate, the things that you were able to watch, the memories that were created. And then, obviously there's things happening now where you're starting to see this business being built around, The Rock and the organization and MMA and this new movie coming out with The Rock called The Smashing Machine. I believe it's called The Smashing Machine. I don't know for sure. But there's a lot of exciting things happening in that world. So it's fun to watch, man.